Hello and welcome to Code with Joe. In this tutorial I show you how to access the ByBit API with Python so you can code your own profitable trading bots. If you do not have an account with ByBit, be sure to use my link in the description because you also get 50% extra if you sign up using an affiliate link. If it's $50, I'm not 100% sure, but let me know in the comments how much you got if you signed up using my link. Okay, so once you have signed up for ByBit, then you can go here on the right when you logged into your account where it says account and security, and then you can go here to API management, and in here you can create your API keys. You need to have two-factor authentication set up here with ByBit in order to create your API keys. And once you create your API keys, also be sure to set it to active order and positions, because by default it's only for read, and therefore with read permission you cannot execute trades. So please keep this in mind when creating your API keys. And then we can actually go and start coding. So I'm gonna close here my browser, and here in I created a project folder. I called it ByBit, and inside my project folder I created a virtual environment, and then I created two files. One is the deep.py file and the other one is the config.py file. The deep.py file is where we write all of our main code, and the config.py file is for my API keys. And if you also want to have your API keys on a separate file, all I did was I set up a variable like this. I named it API key, and inside of a string I pasted my API key. This is what I did for the secret key, and those are the only two variables that I have here in my config.py file. If nobody is looking at your script, you don't even need to do this what I did. You can just paste your API key and API secret here inside of a string inside this line of code. And then we also need to make this all work, we need the ByBit package, and we can install this with pip install ByBit. Be sure you use uppercase B when you write ByBit, or it might not work. Okay, once this is done as well, and then we need to do the imports. We import ByBit. I also import time, and in my case I import the config.py file, and then we can access our account on ByBit using this line here, and then we can test if we can log into our account or not. And I get logged in, so everything works here on my end. So I'm ready actually to fetch some information from the from my account here on ByBit. And for this here I'm using the documentation here. The link is also in the description. And the first thing that we're going to do is we explore what we can do here. So let me go down here to account data. Well, actually let's go here to market data endpoints first, and let's fetch here some information. The symbol seems to be the most interesting one. I'm going to copy this here, and then I create here a variable, and I just name it info, and I paste this line of code here, and then we print our info. So let's see what we get when we run this. And we got a bunch of JSON strings back here. And we can see we get here some keys that we got with red code, red message, ext code, ext info, result. Result seems to hold most of the information here. So let's actually access them. Let's go here to, I don't know what. I'm going to loop through all of our keys that we have available. For this, I'm going to create a new variable. I'll just call it keys, and then I'll set it to info, and I'm gonna use the 0 index. Actually, yeah, why not? And then we print the keys. So very good. And now we have a key variable, and we can loop through the keys. So we can say for I in keys, print I. And these are the keys that we can access. The one that we want is the result key. So I can actually delete here the for loop, and I can add here result, and print keys. See what we get here on the result. Okay, so we get here a bunch of information. This is all the symbol, so what trading pair we want, the bid price, the ask price. Let's actually loop through all of this information here. And create another for loop for I in keys again, and print I, so we can see what we get here. For I in keys. That's what we need to do. Okay, and now our keys are all these trading pairs that we can get here. So they are ordered by the symbols, so Bitcoin USD, Ethereum USD, and so on. For this tutorial, I'm just sticking with Bitcoin USD. And I just, you know what, I just add this, see if this works. BTC USD, and I'm gonna run this to see what I can get here. And print keys. Okay, it must be nothing, so I need to do here a 0 index. So actually, you know what, I'm gonna create here a new variable, and instead of keys I call it info. I already have an info one, I got a keys one, I call it BTC one. BTC is keys, and then for this I use the 0 index. And then I'm going to loop through that for I in BTC, print I. So now we get all the information that we can access here. So we get the last price, bid price, last tick direction, and so on. Most important values or keys actually is the last price here. This is very important because this is when our trades always executed at the last price. and mark price is important when it comes to liquidation of your position. So let's actually see what's the difference here. In keys print, let's just print out the last price here. Last tick direction, this is in what direction it goes from the last transaction, if the price went up or down. And we can see the other ones are pretty obvious. The previous price changed 24 hours. The 24-hour price percent, I guess, change. The highest price in the last 24 hours, lowest price, previous price for 1 hour, previous 1%, 1 hour percent change, mark, index, price, and so on. Yeah, most important is probably the last price. So let's access the last price here for I in B. So I just call here the last price on our BTC variable and print BTC. And just like that, we can get our current Bitcoin price. So let me run this again with commenting this out so it doesn't make so much noise here. And here we get our last Bitcoin price. Okay, this is how we can access information here, current market information. And we also want to see information about our account. So for this, I'm going to use this one, the first one that comes up here when I click here on wallet data endpoints, get wallet balance, and I'm just going to copy here the first one. And so I'm going to comment this few lines out, and I paste this in here, and I create a variable for this, and I just call it balance. Balance is this wallet get balance start result, and I'm going to print my balance to see what I get. And we get here some other values, result, another some information here, red code, extension code, result. Important is here probably result. So let me create here a new variable, and I call it result is balance, and I'm going to use the 0 index here for this, and the key was result. And then we print this, print result, and see what we get. Oh, it's print, not written. Print, run it, and okay, I also need to access to the result. I need to add BTC here as a key value. Okay, and we get here some information here to my account now, where I can easily access them now. I got available balance, I get used margin, order margin, position margin, realized profit and loss, unrealized profit loss, accumulated realized profit and loss, basically what that is. And you can see a minus 0.93 Bitcoin. So please make sure you use my links in the description. Also subscribe to my videos, because you can see here white on red that I have lost about $30,000 trading Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm definitely not really that good trading. And if you wanna access these keys here, like available balance, I can just add here available balance. Available underscore balance. I made here a few